morning. Welcome to Pre-K Discovery with Miss Barb. How are you doing today? I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I can't wait to sing the good morning song. So let's get started. Oh, the duck says quack and the cow says moo. The old red rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. The sheep says baa and the cat says meow. But I say good morning when I see you. So good morning to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Are you ready for another Pre-K Discovery? So today we're going to have a special color of the day and we'll get to that. But first I'd like to do the calendar. So we've been practicing the days of the week song. Should we clap first or should we click our fingers? I think we should clap. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Nice, but can you snap your fingers? All right, ready? One more time, and I want to hear you singing really nice and loud. So here we go. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, there's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Great! So what day of the week is today? Well, let's see. Let's look at our calendar. I know that this is today because it says today, T-O-D-A-Y, today. So let's see which one is today. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today is Wednesday. All right, do we know what month it is? I know that when we first started doing this, it was a new month just a couple weeks ago. So let's see if you remember the month song. There's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. I think this is July, and do you know why? Because my calendar says that it's July, so I know that it's July. J-U-L-Y, July. And July is a summer month, which means that it's a hot one. And I'm pretty sure that today, when I'm recording this, it's a very, very hot day out. So when you watch it next week, I hope it's a nice day. So July. So it is Wednesday, July 2020. But what number is it? Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We are 15 days into the month of July, and it's a red one today. It shows red. That way I know what day it is. So, are you guys ready to find out what our letter of the day is? I wonder what it is. Oh, that's right, Miss Barb knows what it is. So let's sing the alphabet song together before I introduce our letter. So ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Nice! I could hear all of you out there singing the alphabet. So, we've sang the alphabet. Did you know that there's 26 letters in the alphabet? That's a lot of letters. But we're only going to talk about one of them today. So are you ready to see what letter it is? I'm so ready. Say woo. All right, here it is. So drum roll. And our letter of the day is the letter R. And an R is a line down a hump around and give it this little leg, and you have the letter R. And R says, something like that, yeah. All right, I'm going to put that down. All right, are you ready for our R words? Are you thinking of an R word? Let me see you thinking. Oh, I can see that you're thinking out there. All right, so our R word of the day, I have a bunch of them. And all of them have something the same about them. And it's a clue for our story. All right, so the first one we're going to do is, are you ready? Let's see what Miss Barb's got. I have the word rainbow. Rainbow. R-A-I-N-B-O-W. Rainbow. So a rainbow has lots of colors in it. Does that give you a clue to what our color of the day is? Rainbow. All right, let's see what else I have. I have a rocket. Rocket starts with the letter R. R-O-C-K-E-T. Rocket. And there's something about this rocket that will give you a clue. Have you figured out what our color of the day is yet? All right, let's see what else I have a picture of. Oh, I love this one. A rose. A rose. R-O-S-E. Rose. Roses come in lots of colors, but these ones are, what color are these? Red roses. Do you know what our color of the day is yet? Oh, we're close. Two more pictures. This is a ruby. A ruby. R-U-B-Y. Ruby. And a ruby is a very, very expensive gemstone. A ruby, they're very pretty too. Do you see the ruby? All right. Do you know what our color of the day is yet? Do you know? All right, here it is. Our color of the day is red. Red. R-E-D. Red. And I have a red heart. All of the pictures that Miss Barb showed you all started with the letter R, which was our letter of the day, and they all had red in them, the color red. So let me ask you this. If the color red is our color of the day, and the letter R is our letter of the day, do you know what story Miss Barb is going to be reading today? Did you guess? Yes, our story is Little Red Riding Hood. So let's listen. Red Riding Hood. A long time ago, in a simple cottage beside the deep, dark woods, there lived a pretty little child called Red Riding Hood. She was kind and considerate, and everybody loved her. One afternoon, Red Riding Hood's mother called to her. "Granny isn't feeling up to snuff today," she said, "so I've baked her favorite custard as a little surprise. Be a good girl and take it to her, will you?" Red Riding Hood was delighted. She loved going to Granny's, even though it meant crossing the deep, dark woods. When the custard had cooled, Red Riding Hood's mother wrapped it up and put it in a basket. "Now, whatever you do," she said, "go straight to Grandma's. Do not tarry, do not speak to any strangers." "Yes, Mom," said Red Riding Hood. Before long, she was in the deepest part of the woods. "Ooh," she said, "this is scary." Suddenly, a large wolf appeared. "Good afternoon, my dear," he said. "Care to stop for a little chat?" "Oh, gracious me," said Red Riding Hood. "Mama said not to speak to any strangers." But the wolf had such charming manners. "And where are you going, sweet thing?" he said. "I'm on my way to visit Granny, who lives in the pretty yellow house on the other side of the woods," said Red Riding Hood.
She's feeling poorly and I'm taking her a surprise." "You don't say," said the wolf. Just then he had a delightful idea. No reason why I can't eat them both, he thought. "Allow me to escort you," he said. "You never know what might be lurking about." "You're too kind," said Red Riding Hood. Beyond the forest they came to a patch of sunflowers. "Why not pick a few?" suggested the wolf. "Grannies love flowers, you know." But while Red Riding Hood was picking a pretty bouquet, the clever wolf hurried off ahead to Granny's house. "Who is it?" called out Granny. "It is I, your delicious, darling granddaughter," said the wolf in a high voice. "The door is unlocked," said Granny. "Surprise!" cried the wolf. Granny was furious, having her reading interrupted. "Get out of here, you horrid thing," she cried. But the wolf gobbled her right up. He didn't even bother to chew. "Tasty," he said, patting his belly. "So tasty." Just then he heard footsteps on the garden path. "Here comes dessert." In losing no time, he put on Granny's cap and glasses, jumped into bed, and pulled up the covers. "Who is it?" he called out in his sweetest Granny voice. "It is I, your little granddaughter, Red Riding Hood. The door is unlocked," said the wolf. Red Riding Hood was distressed at seeing her grandmother so changed. "Why, Granny," she said, "what big eyes you have." "The better to see you with, my dear," said the wolf. "And Granny, what long arms you have." "The better to hug you with, my dear," said the wolf. "And Granny, what big teeth you have." "The better to eat you with, my dear," cried the wolf. And he gobbled her right up. "So wicked," he said, "so wicked." But he was enormously pleased with himself, and having enjoyed such a heavy meal, he was soon snoring away. A hunter passing by was alarmed by the frightful racket. "That doesn't sound like Granny," he said. So the brave hunter jumped in the window, killed the sleeping wolf, and out jumped Granny and Red Riding Hood. "We're ever so grateful," said Red Riding Hood. "That wicked wolf won't trouble you again," said the hunter. "It was so dark in there I couldn't read a word," said Granny. And Red Riding Hood promised never ever to speak to another stranger, charming manners or not. And she never did. The end.
So, what a good story. I hope you remember to not talk to strangers. Did Red Riding Hood learn that lesson? I'm pretty sure that she did. So this is the book that we read, Red Riding Hood. So, our color of the day we said was the color red. And I wanted to share with you this book called, it says Colors in Nature, and the color is red. So we're going to look at some pictures of how red is in nature. And nature's everything around us. So let's see how red is in nature. Colors in nature, red. Maybe. It says red in nature. It says these red toadstools are poisonous to people and animals. And you can see them. They look pretty, but not good to eat. It says, where else can you see red in nature? Well, let's see. Were you thinking flowers? It says, these poppies are bright red, and poppies grow in fields and gardens. This rose is dark red, and can you think of other red flowers? I'm sure there's a great many red flowers. Pages are hard to turn. The red sky. The sky can look red. Sometimes it is red at sunset, and sometimes it is red at sunrise. Look how beautiful the sky can look. So before you go to bed tonight, or before the sun goes down, check out the sky. Have you ever seen red rocks? It says in some places rocks are red, and in other places the dirt looks red. hot red rocks called lava come out of a volcano, and lava looks like a red river. It says red in the ocean. There are red plants and animals in the ocean, and this lobster is red. Look at that. It says red animals. It says Irish setters are red dogs, and some foxes have red fur. Look how pretty. It says red bugs. Some ladybugs are red. Can you think of other red bugs too? Look at that ladybug. She's very red. Red birds. This bird is called a robin. And this bird is a cardinal. So cardinals are red. And red food. Can you think of things that you eat that are red? Oh, there's lots of those. Red peppers and tomatoes and strawberries. I love strawberries. I like red peppers too. It says some changing color. On some trees, the leaves change color, and in the spring and summer they are green. In the fall, the green leaves turned red. I think fall is probably one of the most beautiful times of the year when the leaves turn red. So those are just many of the ways that we see the color red in nature. So make sure when you go out today that you look around for a red flower, a red leaf, maybe a red bug. Maybe if you don't see red, you can put on a red shirt for the day. So our color of the day is red. And our letter of the day was R. And what book did we read? Yes, Little Red Riding Hood. All right, I'm going to let you go so you can go out and play and enjoy the weather. So let's do the goodbye song, and then I will see you again for another song, story, and a lesson next week. All right. Goodbye, goodbye, see you soon, but not until we sing this tune. We must part and we must go, but I'll be back to say hello. So see you later, alligator, and after a while, crocodile. Goodbye, everybody.